look at this. 3D Max in second place right now.
Fresco's in third as well because of that. How it worked out for them. Baseland in fifth, staying consistent. The fifth place, they've been in fifth place a number of times. But we're moving to Miramar.
Yeah.
And this is Liquid Mar.
Yeah,
often
exactly.
is the case. So Liquid looking in a very good spot to move on to what is one of their most favorite maps these days.
What is going on with one oin? Oh,
they got one kill.
You know what?
For one.
Their finished team.
Trying to get revived. Miracle desperately holding the angle. Sees one go across, gets himself a decent headshot. Gets a second as well. Miracle going off. The big Irishman doing what he can to keep Fuzzface and co at bay as they manage to get two down. That's going to stop them in their tracks. Spaceland lose the two. Meanwhile, the two teams on the side, they're engaging as well. Var gets taken down. G2 making their move on NIP from the backside as they come in. The Diamond Dogs, they're getting caught out. It's actually Schluppy. Schluppy will go down, but he took Ultrastar down with him as Tomo gets him down. As one now are in a great position to just sit and play it out. Miracle gets aggressive. He gets Mexi down. Miracle right now could take down all four members of Faker. He does it. Miracle 4 man.
They're going to be way too far out in the blue for too long time.
Picked off too many places. Yeah. It's a lot of open areas with 360 views, etc., with people on the hills, etc.
And you don't get the same speed on the vehicles as they get when they're rotating in aerial, which is one of the points as well, that they can rotate far and quick. But on Miramar, it's going to be short and slow.
Yeah, it's a total reversal, and it's definitely cost them in the past. We'll see how they've adjusted and see how it works out for them. They did pick up the win on the OJ pit, right? In the week or the weekend. So coming off fresh off the back of a victory, we'll see how they work. 3D Max, of course, they are going off. Are they actually going to challenge? Are they going to go El Pozo along with Havu?
You remember when we had Singularity
in Montenuvo? Yeah, that was a weird week. I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm glad they've changed it.
Where are they right now, though?
Is that them? No, that's Vitality. Singularity down south. They're in this cluster. They're going down south.
Yeah, that's them.
It's in this cluster. Ones.
Yeah.
So Commissera, they're splitting Commissera with Fresco's. Fresco's,
No, Fresco's going to Valdemar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's... Who's in there? Fresco's, I can't see who the grey team is.
Sloppy. It's the fit, defined, legit default.
Legit default.
Legit default.
Legit default. Schloopy. That's a circle right on Commissera.
Okay. I like the circle.
It's an absolute bitch for NIP. Not MIP. Sorry, what's the name? They're up in the top.
Luke Goblins.
Luke Goblins.
They're going to have to rotate pretty far. But the thing is, with this circle, it gives a lot of action. You have the south part, the brown part there, the dark part on the map. That is kind of like very hilly. No one wants to go there early. So a lot of the teams will stack up on the top half of this circle and try to fight each other.
And this is the problem, right? Because Commissary is central, so you don't want to go in Commissary. You're going to avoid it. It's a 3-tier city, but it's not really a place you want to be going to at the start, especially with the circle, obviously, views, etc. You can get surprised by suddenly you've got a team outside your building, etc. Nobody wants that sort of breaching mentality.
You have a really strong hilltop, though, just south of Chumacera, just before the barn thingy. I don't really know how to point that out.
The barn thingy. The compound just south, yes. I like it. Oh, hello. We're getting artsy. We're on to Miramar. We're going for the arty shots.
Yeah.
As we pan through, we get a good look at decks.
Look at all these cactuses. It's actually not a cactus.
Oh,
it's not
cactuses.
You
do love your cactus. Cacti.
Cacti?
Cacti.
Cacti.
Cacti is the plural, I believe, of cactus.
I still don't know if that's right, but...
It is.
You're 100% sure? I mean, it is your native language.
I'm 100% sure that says one as well.
Ixie.
Ixie. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, Jesus. Oh, little teaser. Teaser.
The worst part is, right, Antoine's not here this week, so there's no controlling Wilhelm. Wilhelm's wild and free as he's running the camera around the churches and everything. Nothing to hold him back anymore.
We're going to see more churches in the night, that's for sure. They're just building it up right now for us.
Let's look around the map. Okay, so we got Vitality there over in the graveyard sort of area, and towards Hacienda, I can see the Reckoning. They've gone for a wide spread around water treatment. Actually, Hackstead is well away. That's a big spread.
Yeah.
With obviously knowing that NIP are in San Martin, welcome to South Georgia. It's their standard spot. They've been. The Knights also in their standard spot, but Voxnic, actually, I say they're in the standard spot. They're not. They've been forced out by G2.
Well, that's the thing. Both G2 and Knights usually drop there at the power grade, both teams. So they're kind of forcing each other out right now, and looks like G2 is going to be the stronger man here and taking the whole power grade for themselves.
Oh, Texas. Is he going to go to that compound that Wacko's at? No, he's not. He's going to force away. So actually, it's common ground that he goes down here because he always brushes close to FaZe.
Yeah.
Doesn't get caught out. He's been pushed once, but with the circle going the way it has, he knows that FaZe are going to make that southern trajectory. We do have a crate. We'll see what's in there in a moment.
Yeah, that crate is kind of exposed, though, so I don't think anyone's going to get it, actually.
It's obviously you got the standards level 3s, which is the main priority that yours go for. Not the gun you'd probably hope for on Miramar.
It's not that bad, actually.
No, it isn't. It's not that bad. But, you know, we had the discussion about the bipod. Does it work? Does it not? When you go prone?
Yeah, and did you get an answer?
I didn't look at it. I could do if you want.
You had one thing to do to this week.
Well,
And
you
we'll
can
look
look it
that
up.
up.
You're the analyst. You're the color.
I already said
you're the
it doesn't
expert.
work.
I'm just here to talk rubbish.
Yeah, but
and
I
entertain.
already told you it doesn't work, but you didn't believe me.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm on Rich. Rich was it? Actually, Rich was sleepy last week, wasn't he?
He was really sleepy.
I was meant to get the official word from Rich because he's the man that always talks about it. But
Oh yeah, he always got the facts down.
He knows his bullets.
If you shoot this is 5% damage reduction.
He knows his facts. It's actually funny because I remember we did Starlight that they did the questions right to the players and half of them just didn't know what weapon did what damage. It's like, guys, this is your test. But yeah. Oh look, here they are, the frescoes down in Valle del Mar. Getting some artsy shots as we go on by. Tell you what, who'd be proud of that? Be Skyline.
Man, how many teams is it now?
I know, right? This is 4 now. Actually, technically 5 if we're going to count the one that he played in for ESL Meisterschaft.
Ooh.
Oh, don't you get me in trouble. You'll get me in trouble. I mean, I assume he's subbing in for Singularity. I don't know whether this is a done deal. Obviously, he just announced today that he has a finished contract with Team Method. So, don't really know what's going on with Method anymore.
Well, yeah, they lost HC and Molman now in a short period of time, so we'll see. But Liquid moving pretty quick from Picado, pretty standard, trying to get into position pretty early.
So you see, they have a good spot. Liquid do not. Team's going to have to get in this Murado and try and reposition. Did take a couple of pot shots.
Did he have 500, 5-5?
Yep, it's close to 4, 6, 7.
He's gonna shoot a lot.
I mean, he's got a mini and a Scar, is he?
Yeah, but 500 rounds? Come on, bro.
It's like me, you just carry on looting. It's like, have we got enough loot yet? No, I just need a little bit more. Got myself a level 3 backpack, loaded it up. Until it says you cannot carry anymore, that's kind of when you just keep going. It's like, no, I'm not done yet.
Then he stops dropping the smokes and just pick up more 5-5. Guys, I got even more.
And then you realize you're carrying a fuel can. You're like, what is all this stuff I have in my bag? I don't need
And he's like, oh, I forgot to pick up meds, guys.
Sounds like a game with me.
Barrel and SL. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah, okay, what?
I mean, the barrel.
Well, yeah, it's the new hotness, right?
I don't know about hotness.
Hotness, then.
I really don't like that gun. It's too much horizontal recoil on it.
It's no mutant, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Abu taking a couple of pot shots. Are we going to see so many Corkers? NIP blasted in the distance. The rest of the team are about to come from the hillside. Nuki can see him. Timo, I didn't see Timo. I knew I was going to say eventually. Teamy can. A blast from the past with a former game. Timo would work well on this map. I think he'd be able to hide in bushes.
You don't even need to hide anymore. You just stand still.
You know who Timo is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Hey, I play a lot of League, so...
I guess everyone did at one point, right? It was quite a popular game.
Yeah, you know what? I was silver.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. So, okay. That's pretty bad. Okay, I'm glad you're good at FPS because you're pretty damn bad at MOBAs, it seems.
Yep. MOBA is not my strong thing, even though I'm Asian.
Does that carry through? It's like a MOBA thing, like good at math, good at MOBAs.
What is
Actually, generally bad at FPS. That's generally the rule of thumb that goes with it. But
yeah.
anyway, complete racism aside, or it's not racism, it's generalizations. That's more like it, rather than racism. But anyway, the org, DMR and SR. Oh no, don't point that out to me. Don't point that out. Nobody knows I've got that.
All right.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Right.
Nothing. We're talking about how Vox is gonna potato this shot here.
Talking about Liverpool's 2016 defence that's playing right now. God damn it, they let one in. Back to the game in hand. What the hell is going on down the south here? We have Diamond Dogs, and I was about to say Lumbermill, but it's not. It's one. Ixie. Everyone's gonna be like, who's this player Ixie that he keeps talking about?
How do you count them? It's like Ixie, Caxi.
Don't ask me how do you count in Finnish. There's like no clue at all.
Avenger, help us out. Ixie, Caxi, Kolma?
I'm never going to repeat what a producer says to me on here, because these guys troll like crazy. We could have just said something rude in Finnish for all we know. Google it, yeah. I can't, my phone's busy. Anyway, the boys still stuck in the blue, so they need to try and sort something out, because remember they were at the bottom of the table. They're in 16th place right now with just a single kill, so not good. The circle slowly closing. The boys that were up in the north are finally coming down. Obviously, they were... Oh, that's going to be so good. It caught Monkey Heavy, though, and Jazza, so it's going to force them back. That was a beautiful nade from
Yeah, we saw similar in the CIS games before by Young Sandy, but that one actually was really nice, and it got the knock.
To catch them out, forcing Vitality back, so it did the job. They suddenly realized, hang on a minute, this is not so clean and easy, so let's just back away. More nades coming out. Meanwhile, FaZe catching Frescoes. The Longo win taken down by 8C. It's of course the big spread that they had, and actually will confirm that kill as well. He's managed to crawl back behind the car, but there's nobody anywhere near to help him out here, so it looks like he's just going to bleed on out.
I think 8C was trying to shoot out the tires, so
roll backwards,
he wanted the vehicle to roll back, but it wasn't downhill, so it wouldn't roll.
The rest of his team I just saw were pinned as well, further south, so they're not able to get in and help him at all there, so obviously caught in the rotate. NOP, a couple of shots off towards Havu as they go for the long rotates. Not really working out for them at the moment. This is kind of the story, really, of Miramar as you play out the first 20 minutes. It's all about getting that second and third phase going. Everybody kind of just trying to get in as safe as you can and keep it for alive. That's the big deal of Miramar, right?
Yeah. I mean, that goes for Erangel as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to have everybody up. Don't want to take too many shots. You don't want to lose the armors. You don't want to lose the helmets, because they disappear pretty quick nowadays. A few good shots.
It's actually a talking point. A lot of people have had lately, isn't it? About whether the helmets, whether you should get fresh helmets drop when you kill someone now. It's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. It's a survival game at the end of the day. You got to take what you get. And,
I mean, it's you gotta calculate the risk versus the reward for it. If you want to take the fights, you might lose some armor, some helmets, but you might get some kill points at the same time. I mean, and some other loot.
Risk rewards. Well, that's what a crate's all about. That's what you go for. It's why you go for the tier 3 crates. Well,
wait, did Vox go for the M249
central
before?
again there. I may have. He did just get himself loot. I didn't see. Mac and Dogs managed to take Tixu down. That's in the rotate. Here comes the Dogs. They've got themselves just through the wall there in 3D Max. Got themselves pretty safe in the compound and the vehicle. Murado inside the garage as well. Nice driving, Nuki.
How did he make it all the way in there while Singularity was shooting at him there?
Bad shooting? I don't know.
The car is not even smoking.
Actually, well, I don't think they were shooting him. They were shooting. Was it not Famos, the first man that went in? That they were shooting at.
Oh, maybe.
So maybe he got in. Liquid are going to play Edge. They're going to sneak another way in. They don't really have a choice. NOP and the Knights going to be doing the same. Remember, there's still 16 teams and 60 players alive, so this is not a time to be engaging in a 4-on-4 fight. Texas spotted by VAR, though. Spotted each other, so realizing this is not a fight you want to be taking at this stage.
Well, Knights is just pushing out there. They want to keep control of this hill here. They want to make sure nobody comes in their back later, so they want to just push out there, make sure nobody can get up to them. And right now, NRP is trying to get up there, but they're having a tough time here with the Knights.
Max, they're not quite inside, by the way. They've got 2 players on edge and 2 players central, so I like the split they've gone. They are keeping gap back from Zaki at pace and gatekeeping them out there. You can see there's the 2 3D Max. The other 2 are way on the edge, fighting out on the side there. NIP still trying to work the way in. Knights looking to gatekeep as much as they can. It's not an ideal fighting position, this hillside. Really a case of who gets lucky, who's got the pixel placement effectively with the cursor.
NIP is also really exposed to the back right now, but I think nowhere is up there during norm, so no one's going to shoot them. But if there was a team over there, they would easily get the picks on them. Ward just sitting there in the open.
On a nade. An underhand nade, he's cooking it. Where's he going to go?
Oh.
Pat's gone way past.
That was
Texas gets spot. This is what I was talking about. So it really, the problem is, first, the only thing you're going to see is the head. So it's going to be a headshot most likely. Vard's going to get the peek. Vard just saw it there. Voxic peeked a little too much. I think Miraku's also offering some support. Vard up close and personal is going to get a peek over the top there. Oh, but he gets taken down. Voxic's low. Is the call's going to come out? Lit. Go for it. NBS going to charge up the hill. You got Kramer in the distance as well, keeping Gaxi at bay. NBS going to try and come in and finish the job. He will get over the top there. Will get the spray down. Will do the job. Also, we saw Voxic getting taken down as well. And the Knights, Kramer going down. That is disaster for the Knights there. Trading the last man. The big boy is going to run.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have any other choice here. That was kind of a risky play from Knights pushing out to the north there, and it didn't pay off for him this time.
Meanwhile, Luke Goblin's getting taken down. 16th place for them. It was Liquid that did a lot of the damage there. We see Squeaky, though, getting a bit of a reply from 1 on Liquid. So that's all happening on the edge that was going on around there. So they must have tried to clash into the compound that I think Liquid held, perhaps. Meanwhile, the Reckoning starting to split, work the way in. The hills of Kumisera is kind of the split point. Now, this is tricky, okay? You can see Shiv. Shiv's purposely got to make this move. He's got to get into that compound. It's kind of the central compound because this hillside is basically open. Where the Diamond Dogs are right now, they have clear vision across basically all towards Liquid, towards the Reckoning off in the distance, and anybody else that comes across this hillside. It's a horrible spot to be in.
At the same time, it's really hard to hold it for him because there is just way too many points where people can be at. So as soon as you stop peeking, a lot of people will see you and it will stop firing at you.
And you can see they're having obviously the fight with FaZe in the town as well. Don't forget that Singularity have been in there from the start. 3D Max managed to make that way. It's kind of been heading that way. Here's Nuki, does his job, peeks out, takes a couple of shots, pokes back in, does the damage, does the work. Bounce goes around there. These two have done very well. That's a cheeky nade going around the side there. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, they're trying to make their move. They're getting caught out from back from Zaki. They're down on the hillside. Gaxi does come through. M249 ripping Nuki apart there. Not a lot you can do against the straight burst ability that comes out of that gun this close range.
Now, good thing with the M249 is like clearing a house like this, you can just pre-fire every corner because you have so much ammo in your gun. You don't need to reload it.
And it does so much damage so quick because the amount that goes through. Hexsteady, we're talking about the Reckoning, and they really don't have a great deal of options here. Phantom will get taken down, so that's 3D Max cleared out inside Kumisera. Meanwhile, Wagyu, he was on the north. He's taken down by Vitality. So 3D Max, their 2-2 split has not worked out for them. Hydric will go down, and 3D Max go out in 13th position. G2 also getting a knock. That's Talazura. They are on the south side of Kumisera, trying to come down from the hills. Not working out for them, as Zyphon also gets dropped.
The Reckoning trying to make their way in, but they're having a tough time. As we talked about, they're getting tagged up a lot while they try to move in. G2 in a pretty bad spot here, I'd say. Looks like Singularity's trying to take control of it.
Singularity have been in Kumisera from the very beginning. They were the team that dropped in there. You've got to feel this is the circle that should go their way. The question is, can they hold it? No, because Velen gets himself a double nade. And good night, Singularity. Out in 12th position. G2 are getting a lot of frags tonight.
Yeah, they're stepping in the game up. Oh,
Mr. Game seems to have died on him. Got tags from back from Zaki. Back from Zaki, but there were another team that were kind of outside the circle. It's one of those positions where they've got to work in. Liquid, their gambit has not really paid off for them at the moment. They're down to 2. We'll see where they can snake it in. Where's the circle going? It does head the same direction once again where the Diamond Dogs are. NIP also They've took that compound, they fought for the compound, they took it from 3D Max. And it's looking like it's a good play, a good gambit for them. It does mean that FaZe and everybody else that's down there are going to have a real problem. It's going to get real messy down there. FaZe Clan, I think I saw Havu that have to move in on them. We've got Vitality down there as well. Liquid making a mad dash. Samti's pushed up against the hill, back from Zaki trying to make their way across. Shots coming their way. Samti will get taken down. Scoom will be the man that gets the man from Liquid down. The Reckoning, I don't really know how they managed to keep in the circle without being killed, you know.
They probably have a divot over there. I'm not totally sure. But if you're one of the top teams in Chimichurri...
Mister, can he make it? No, no, that's going to be Liquid going down. 11th place for them. Now, Havu, they're going to push on FaZe Clan. That's happening on the northern side of the city. And Havu getting ripped apart. Meanwhile, the Diamond Dogs also getting pushed. Gaxi gets Sims down. That's a big fight because that's the central point right there that they are pushing for. Vitality trying to work their way up. They have to deal with the Reckoning on the backside. Jazz are getting tagged up, but they've done the damage. They've got Scoom and Hacksteady down up on the hillside. The Murado push did not work out. It leaves Rafi, the last man standing for that team.
Now, on the top there, we have 3 teams, almost 5 teams there. You want to be the only team up there, so you want to clear out all the other teams so you have control over that. If you have control of that, you can have control of the state as well.
Rafi, no helmet, M24, really nowhere to go. Look at the openness that's in front of him. There is just no way into the circle for him, I'm afraid. The Reckoning are looking at a 10th place finish or somewhere around there. Havu still got 2 alive. They tried to make the push across. Vitality themselves starting to make their smoke trails to push towards that hillside. But as soon as they get in that hillside, look at their angle, look at the position. Legit Default are in the distance there. You can see them are just going to pick them apart. There comes the tracer fire. They really don't have any other options. And now Rafi tries to get a cheeky shot in the back. He's going to bleed out. It will be blue zone for him. He took up a couple of bullets as well. Yannick will go down. Schluppy managing to do the job. Vitality really don't have anywhere to go. They're just running across into an open field. And Legit Default will wipe out Vitality, all 4 members.
Legit Default actually doing pretty good here. They're holding down the ground. Even though they only got 4 kills, they had a bunch of knocks already. And they're making sure they're staying free man up, trying to get into the late game so they can fight for it in the end.
Havu looks like the only team that are not inside the zone. So Jorski, is he going to try and tank it? He's really not going anywhere to go. FaZe Clan and Legit Default both the other side. It will be Gemty that will pick him up. So FaZe Clan confirming their kills. Now, it's these 2 teams that will have to face off against one another. The circle will probably push towards Kimisera's hillside. We'll see. It may go this way. Let's have a look. It does go up to the hills. It's kind of a standard position. An NIP who had to fight for that compound, push 3D Max out, and now looking very good. And remember, they've got a M249 in that compound. So anybody that tries to come their way is going to face a lot of bullets.
But getting to NIP is pretty easy because there's a lot of obstacles leading up to their the house they're in right now.
But they're kind of defended. That's the problem, right? I mean, obviously you've got this push here where FaZe can go up the hillside, but outside of that, you got G2 behind them. You got Diamond Dogs kind of defending the ridge line effectively. So One and Diamond Dogs are going to fight each other. This is interesting. Okay, so Legit Default thinking, okay, we were the only thing stopping Vitality making this move, so we're going to make that move. We're going to push away from FaZe. We don't want to fight them. We're going to try and come up the hillside. One are looking to try and push on Diamond Dogs. May actually get caught in the back here by the team coming up the hill.
Yeah, I like what the Legit Default is actually doing here. They knew that FaZe was west of them, so they didn't want to go there. And this is one of the only options. And as you mentioned, they wiped out Vitality. They did know that nobody else was shooting at them, so they know that is free right now. They can rotate up there, try to make some ground from over there.
Well, if One try and make the move on Diamond Dogs, then they have to move soon because they're not in the zone. Then you can see Gax's point of view here has a pretty clean angle. They all have to come up this hillside, so they're all going to have to go up against that fence that Gaxi has pretty good coverage to. You can see there is a decent push if they come all the way around the back, around the edge of the blue effectively into there. It may work out for them. Uh-oh, the Diamond Dogs, they've took a little peek there. And that's going to be 1 member. Oh, it's Squeaky that nicked the kill. Squeaky from One nicked the kill there. Diamond Dog's not going to be happy with that. Oh, and then they would find them. Now they realise that Legit Default are coming up the hillside, and that's going to be a turkey shoot. There's nowhere for him to go. He's going to either try and run straight to the Diamond Dogs.
He could prone with the pipeline. Yeah, he's doing it. That's one of his only play he could do here.
Yeah. But the thing is, as soon as he comes over the brow of the hill, he's going to be spotted by One, surely. FaZe making the move. Couple of nades coming over the top there. Fuzz FaZe trying to pop them over onto Miraku. Miraku's going to be the forward man.
Now,
the boy Booty does bleed out.
Face kick can only come from the bottom side of the screen here. The other side is too cliffy, so they can't actually get up from there. And NIP knows this, so they know this is where we need to hold the angle on.
Squeaky taken down by G2, so they're finally starting to trade. Also seeing G2 taking shots. Like I say, they have the overhead view. There we go. Circle moves in. It is once again onto this little compound that NIP are holding. They've seen this before. They knew what was coming. FaZe Clan are going to be the team that has to come up the hill, but the problem is they're coming up effectively looking towards NIP, but G2 are going to have a clean shot on them as soon as they come over. Look at Wacko. Look at the rest of G2. They're all going to have this open shot on towards FaZe Clan.
Now it's up to who's going to find who first and who's going to get the first knock here between G2 and FaZe. The one who gets the first knock is going to make the first push.
Actually, Stevens just gave his position away. He just took a couple of shots at NIP. So FaZe Clan would have seen that straight away and went, whoa, 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 this is not clear. So they need to have a couple of smokes. We'll see where they got it. Vard gets a little peek around the side there. A couple of shots onto Fud's face. Doesn't really connect. A couple of nades coming out for them. Miraku holding the angle, just waiting for anyone to peek over the brow of that fence line. It's gone for a 2-2, so they're avoiding the individual nade cover. There's a smoke coming out. Mexi getting close, gets a little peek. Gaxi gets taken down. So NIP down a number. FaZe Clan moving it. Look at 80. 80's going for it. Yeah, Face pushing for it. The question is, will they get third party by G2 at the same time? As now they try and move in. Gaxi quickly trying to get revived. Miraku desperately holding the angle. Sees one go across, gets himself a decent headshot. Gets a second as well. Miraku going off. The big Irishman doing what he can to keep Fuzzface and co at bay. As they managed to get two down. That's going to stop them in their tracks. FaZe Clan lose the two. Meanwhile, the two teams on the side, they're engaging as well. Vard gets taken down. G2 making their move on NIP from the backside as they come in. The Diamond Dogs, they're getting caught out. It's actually Sloopy. Sloopy will go down, but he took Ultrastar down with him as Tomo gets him down. As one now are in a great position to just sit and play it out. Miraku gets aggressive. He gets Mexi down. Miraku right now could take down all four members of FaZe Clan. He does it. Miraku, four-man FaZe Clan all on his own while holding them at bay to protect the rest of his team inside the compound. Incredible.
That was just amazing to see Mirka holding the small angle and still get the two first knocks. That was so important.
Big nade. This could ride up straight on towards Tommy. He's tried to push up. The nade's going to come around the side. That is a great nade from MBS there. The new man doing what he needs to. There's a second nade to follow it up. That's going to be good night, Tommy. As he'll go down. Ultrastar and looks to go himself tucked against the fence line. Look at the nade from Mikaz. Oh, it just caught the concrete pillar. Didn't quite manage to get through. That's protecting them so far. While one try and work their way through. Zypher catches them out. G2 in a great spot right now. They have the hillside. They have the safety. Velen took a cheeky move to push up and do what he could on NIP. NIP will catch him down though. Zypher also getting themselves killed on the side as G2 will trade with one. And NIP looking to try and take as many free kills as they can. This is looking like their game now.
I don't agree on G2's push here. They're just bomb rushing it for nothing. They need to get a knock first before they do anything or smoke it out.
And they've just been sat on these nades for so much. G2 down to one. That nade's going to catch him around the side. Ultrastar being picked off. The Diamond Dogs in also trouble. They're down to one as well. Wacko's going to bleed out. Miraku should be able to find him around the side there. G2 just losing members. And more importantly, NIP are picking up frag after frag after frag. Miraku finally taken down. And Zypher pushes up close. Manages to get him down in the compound. They're all pushing towards the central point. Two teams is all that stands as G2 get eliminated. Is the Diamond Dogs. Mikaz, he gets spotted. Actually doesn't find him though. Mikaz flushes him out. Now Vard's taking a look. Vard will find him. And NIP will pick up the chicken dinner. Their first one for the organization. It's something we've wanted to see for such a long time. The ninjas in pajamas have finally arrived with a team that can deliver. And 17 kills.